Welcome. In this video, we will look at the filing of FDA data during the customs entry process. Let us quickly look at some benefits of filing FDA data with SAP GTS. You can efficiently store all of the FDA data required for entry as master data, avoiding manual input per transaction. Avoid discrepancy between CBP's filing status and the FDA filing status. You can proactively identify discrepancies through a variance report that matches purchase order, customs declarations and goods receipt quantities. Let us explore FDA filing in a bit more detail. The United States Customs and Border Patrol is responsible for enforcing import regulations for other government agencies, such as the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. The FDA is tasked with ensuring the safety, quality and admissibility of food and food products into the United States and its territories. Therefore, companies importing goods subject to FDA regulations must provide supplementary, detailed data to CBP prior to entry in electronic and/or paper format. Because of the high-risk nature of the goods subject to FDA authority and the extra data required to support entry of these goods, compliance with FDA import requirements is expensive and time-consuming for U.S. importers. Food importers are subject to FDA prior notice filing mandated by the Bioterrorism Act of 2002. Prior notice requires companies to file applicable import entries with an expanded scope of FDA-specific data at least 2 to 8 hours prior to arrival in the U.S., or they will be subject to seizure of goods and additional monetary penalties. It's time for a practical example. First, we will review FDA-specific product master data. Then, we will look at FDA-specific master data on a business partner record. We will manually create an import customs declaration relevant to FDA prior notice filing. And we will end by reviewing the response both from CBP and FDA. Let's review the product master data. Standard fields required by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration for import filing are supported by the product master in GTS. A product must be classified under the U.S. Harmonized Tariff Schedule. The appropriate FDA codes FD0 to FD4 are linked to the HTS number. An FDA code of FD4 means that prior notice data is required. An importer may file a prior notice in two ways, either directly to the US FDA via the Prior Notice System interface or, as we will show, as part of their entry filing to US CBP's Automated Broker Interface System. The FDA product code is the FDA's identification for imported items in the United States. It may be produced using the FDA's Product Code Builder website and then assigned to the GTS Product Master. All applicable FDA affirmation of compliance codes are stored in the Product Master. These are several codes that the FDA requires to handle relevant food and non-food goods. The system displays the FDA brand name and freight storage status, frozen, ambient or refrigerated. FDA information in the Product Master will get copied to customs declarations. We will have a similar look at the business partner master data. Standard fields required by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration for import filing are supported by the GTS Business Partner Master. The manufacturer ID and FDA establishment indicator submitted in the Business Master are pulled into customs declarations. Food establishments in other countries must register on the FDA's website to receive an FDA establishment indicator. Most of the time, import declarations are created automatically based on preceding documents in ERP. This time, we will create it manually. For the lifespan of a customs entry, the GTS Customs Declaration offers a single consolidated record of all data, communications, forms, external documents, and audit trails. Before submitting an entry, GTS has tools that assist in selecting the proper customs process, help complete missing data, identify output needs and evaluate the data required for messages. Some of the data are automatically defaulted using the default data mechanism. All partners relevant to the import transaction can be supported. The company is the importer of record to U.S. Customs. This is stored in the Foreign Trade Org field. The legal unit field is the receiving plant. The plant location determines the legal regulations to be followed. Under the Geography tab, all of the Customs Office details are shown. Similarly, under the Documents tab, references to external documents are recorded. We move to the Logistics Cost tab. The system can handle various currencies. However, entry declarations to U.S. Customs must be in U.S. dollars. Since this is a manual declaration without any preceding ERP documents, we need to manually add one item line and enter the product code plus several line item characteristics. Under the Document tab, we see that the affirmation of compliance code was automatically pulled in from the product master. We need to add a customs value, typically populated from the ERP documents, and then calculate the customs duties. Again, due to the manual creation without preceding ERP documents, we move to the Authorities tab and enter additional data about the manufacturer. Under the Item Partner tab, we can review the manufacturer details. For completeness, we need to add the packing data. This is data elements that also are required in a complete entry declaration. Before we file with CBP, we run the incompleteness check. The message check in GTS validates the data in the customs declaration against the data requirements of each message and form generated. For certified customs messages and documents, GTS provides the validation logic allowing the importer to address issues before filing and lower the rate of filing errors. Since we passed the check, we mark the entry summary declaration and trigger the electronic filing with customs. The last remaining step is reviewing the responses from CBP and FDA. Revisiting the declaration, we can see, under the Communication tab, that the AB and FDA responses have been posted and logged in the system. Through the Certified Automated Broker interface, GTS receives customs disposition status from CBP, providing the importer with detailed status updates and a history of their customs declaration. At the header and line item level, the status changes are noted on the Status tab. In addition, the status history is kept for future audit support. Let us recap some of the benefits of filing FDA data during the customs entry process. You can efficiently store all of the FDA data required for entry as master data, avoiding manual input per transaction. Avoid discrepancy between CBP's filing status and the FDA filing status. For example, a line item can be released by customs but still held for inspection by the FDA. You can proactively identify discrepancies through a variance report that matches purchase order, customs declarations and goods receipt quantities. This allows importers to file amended entries within the legally acceptable timeframe. The views, information or opinions expressed are solely those of the individuals involved and not those of the individual's employer, or any other group or individual. Thanks a lot for watching. Please comment, like and subscribe. More videos like this are coming shortly. See you then.